Choosing the right tools for your business is not just about features, it's about the fit. Does it help your operations? In this video, I'm going to break down 5 things to ask yourself when you're considering a new tool or when you're looking at the tools you're already using. These aren't just checkboxes, it's categories for you to consider whether this is helping your business or not. And I'm going to give you a practical way to apply this into your business. And here's a spoiler, this is not just about cutting costs, it's about efficiency. Is it working for your operations or is it just derailing where your focus is? Because the truth is, having too many tools isn't just a waste of money. It clutters your head. It makes your process a lot more clunky when you're trying to do the same thing in 5 different apps. So let's talk about how to reassess your tech stack and make it work for you and not against you. Step number 1, the audit that nobody wants to do. Sit down, look at every single software, every tool that you're using, and write down the costs. This is the moment of truth. Half of these tools you're not even gonna recognize. Some were signed up during a free trial period and you forgot that you actually started getting charged for it. Some were pitched as game changers and they didn't actually do anything for you, but you're stuck in that process. You're stuck in a specific workflow that just gets the job done. Write them all down. Next to each one, I want you to put a list. How much does it cost? Who's actually using it? And what is it supposed to be doing for your business? I guarantee you, just from these 3 points, you're gonna see a few that you can just get rid of right now. Think about your personal subscriptions for a second. How many times have you signed up for, let's say, a streaming service just to watch one show, and then you forgot about it and you ended up getting charged for it for like 6 months? That or a million other types of subscriptions. The same thing happens for businesses, and those add up in the thousands a month. Step number 2 is the real talk. For those tools and those platforms and softwares that survived the first round of cuts, now it's time to get ruthless. If that software or that platform or that tool disappeared tomorrow and your team had no longer any access to that tool, does revenue get affected? Does it impact your efficiency? Would anyone even notice? And be honest. Because this is what happens to a lot of businesses. They hold on to things because fear of losing data, fear of losing an opportunity in the future, fear. All of this is just past decisions that you don't want to look in the face. If that tool isn't driving business today, get rid of it. This is a psychological trick that's happening. It's called the sunk cost fallacy. It's when you hold on to something because you're afraid that you already invested so much in it that, it's gotta make sense for you. That's why people have gym memberships that they literally never go to the gym for, right? The same thing is happening to your business. Just because you paid for it last year doesn't mean you have to pay for it this year. Cut your losses. Step number 3, and this is a really good one, this is called the consolidation game. This is where you look for overlaps, right? Where one platform can do the function of like multiple tools, right? Why are you paying for email automation if your CRM already offers that native within it? Do you really need 3 different project management tools? Is there one tool that can take and encompass 3 others? Because consolidation doesn't just save you money, it saves the effort of having to go to so many different apps to just do the same thing. Your team doesn't need 12 logins. You don't need 50 users across 5 platforms. They need the right tools in the right places with the right workflows. And that can all happen in one place. Step number 4, and this is really overlooked, is the pricing negotiation that no one ever does. You don't actually have to take the first price that is listed on a platform's website. SaaS companies are always running discounts, and the chances are that you can get a 15% off immediately just from the person that is assigned to you, because they're trying to make that sale as well. And if you don't have a direct, salesperson, reach out to customer support, ask them for a discount. Usually the annual plan is always cheaper than the monthly plan, right? That's typical, but most of the time there is like this hidden discount, right? Almost like a friends and family discount that they can offer to someone. And then as a side point to this one, if you're on this bloated plan with so many features that you're not using, just downgrade it. Doesn't really matter. If you're using that platform for a really specific use case, then just try to find that subscription tier that takes that use case. I know of a client that saved $5,000 in a year just by asking for a discount. They didn't have to look for it, they didn't have to beg for it, they just asked for a discount and it was applied to their account. It took 1 afternoon. And the 5th point, stop letting this happen. This shouldn't be a one-time cleanup. Set a quarterly review of the tools that you're using. Set a recurring meeting, pull up the list of tools with their pricing, and if a tool hasn't been used yet, ask yourself, why are you paying for it? Because the real truth is, the more tools you have, the harder it is to get things done. At the end of the day, cutting unnecessary tools isn't just about saving money and cutting costs, it's about focus and efficiency. The less clutter you have in your tech stack, the clearer your process becomes. Your team could stop wasting its time bouncing between tools and you could invest your money on where it actually matters, where your business grows and where productivity happens. Do the audit, cut the fluff, streamline what's left. Simple. Because a leaner and more efficient business isn't just cheaper to run, it's faster, it's more responsive, and it works better. Your business will thank you for it. See you guys in the next video.